G'day guys, today I'm going to be going over my round 7 review for SuperCoach AFL 2022. Scored 2,364 in the top 30%. Went down in the ranks about 1,500 and 6 spots, which isn't the best. We were missing a couple of key players like Tom Stewart, Max Gawn of course. Probably shouldn't have traded him out early in the year, but it's hard to tell these things. Have a look at the team of the week. So this guy got the overall score for round 7, most points. Clearly he has like everyone, like Neil, Stewart, Gawn, took the Gawn VC, yeah. Who else is there? Luke Parker, yeah, far out. Probably need to bring in Parker this week. Even Noah Anderson, that's a bit of a surprise. Wow, got a pretty decent score from him. But yeah, not too different to my team, but yeah, I just am missing like a few of those players. So I traded in Oliver last week. I was debating trading in Oliver over Heaney, but I was thinking I might as well trade in Oliver now while he's pretty expensive. He's only going to go up in price, and yeah, he's a very consistent player, so you might as well get him in and not worry about having to bring him in later. So it left us with 281k in the bank. So we have 24 trades. Ideally, we might try and get in like just another premium this week, just one trade, but we'll see what we can do with a boost trade. But I've only got 2 boost trades left, so I might hold on to it for another week before I use another one. But in defence, Hewitt was out, so we had the emergency on DeConning, so that was good. He actually scored really well, which was surprising. Short actually killed it, which was great to see. 152. They absolutely just blew. They played West Coast out of the water. So yeah, that was a great game from the Tigers. Rich got 89. It's really disappointing that I started Rich over Tom Stewart, but yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully, there's no point in trading Rich out. I'm just gonna have to hold him. Same with like my other defenders. We'll just hold him. It's like better than fielding a rookie, because the rookies in defence are pretty slim at the minute. So it's pretty good that we have like about 5 like premiums. They're not premiums. A couple of them are like mid prices at this point, but it's alright. Dan Rich, probably expected better than him, better than what he scored, but yeah, it's just annoying. Really wish I started Stewart over him. And Luke Ryan, probably shouldn't have picked this guy from the start. Been a pretty bad pick. He's just up and down every week. Couple good scores and then has a stinker. But his fixture's starting to open up now, so he plays North and Gold Coast. Collingwood, like a couple good weeks ahead, hopefully, from Luke Ryan, so we'll just hold on to him. And yeah, Whitfield finally bounced back after scoring like 70s, I think. But yeah, he still hasn't turned up, which is really frustrating. I think his role might have changed, might have been on the wing a bit this week, so that might have made him score a bit better, but I'm not too sure about that. I haven't actually watched a GWS game this year, so that's a bit bad by me. But yeah, I have no time. Been really busy. Dacos is going really well, which is good. Starting to reach his break even, I believe. Yeah, so plays the Tigers this week. Should be able to beat the break even, make a little bit more money before we decide to trade him out. If not, we could just trade him out next week. Then McCartan, he should be back this week, so we'll just hold on to him, I reckon. Swing Hewitt onto the field. So in the midfield, my M1 is now Jack Steele. He's been really consistent all of a sudden, which is great. Definitely recommend trading him in. If you don't have him, he's just one of those guys you got to get. And then McRae, yeah, really stuffed up my captaincy score this week. I should have just took Witts' score. I don't know why I didn't. I was looking at the scores at 3/4 time. That's about when the Bulldogs game was going to start, so I was like, I should probably take Witts' score. He was on like 108. Still had a quarter to play. Thought he was only going to finish on like 120, so I was like, maybe I'll just risk it and go with McRae. And yeah, McRae dishes out an 89, which is a bloody stitch up. Should have just took Witts' score. I just went off past games against Essendon, and he scored like 120 plus in the last 3, so I thought he was going to go 155 or something like that, but he didn't. He's been kind of bad recently in the last 2 weeks, but he should bounce back against Port Adelaide this week. Then Lockie Neal. This guy has been absolutely tearing it up this year. Probably wins another Brownlow at this point, but yeah, he's had some massive scores. He's actually leading the points for the midfielders, maybe the whole competition, I think. But yeah, he's going really good. Oliver, yeah, went over him. He's been pretty good as well. Miller finally bounced back, so I'm really happy that he bounced back after bringing him in the week. He scored poorly. He only scored 99 last week, but yeah, he really responded this week, which is great. Cripps is looking like he might even steal the Brownlow off Neil this year. Yeah, he's been going better than Walsh. A lot of money to be made from him now after he broke even. Yeah, but those scores have been absolutely great from Cripps. Holy moly. But yeah, he's also another guy you could potentially put the C on. Just depends who they play this week. Plays Adelaide, could be a big one from Cripps. Nick Martin's been going really good as well, 106, which is great stuff from him. You'll love to see that. But yeah, he's got a fair bit of money to be made, so we'll hold on to him for a while. Keep him as like an M8 probably. Horn Francis is one of those blokes where it's like, oh, probably should trade this guy out, but he's always getting a game. And my other rookies on the field, on the bench, aren't getting games, so or they're just scoring pretty poor. But yeah, I don't know about Horn Francis. Might have to get rid of him this week. We'll wait and see. And then we got Witts scored really well. I thought he would go pretty good, but should have just gone with my gut instinct and took the VC option, but I didn't. It was probably to do with like leagues. That's probably why I didn't do it. But it's very frustrating. And then Bruce got 109, which is great. Great stuff from him. Still a fair bit of cash to be made. Hayes had a pretty poor one. Only scored 53. So that was a negative 36 break even, which is good. So hopefully you can get to 400k or something. That'd be ideal. So yeah, we'll probably have to trade out like Bruce and Hayes once they're at their maximum like money that they've been like their peak or something for money, and Will Brodie to get in Gawn because we'll need to get Gawn in somehow, so we'll probably have to save the trade boost for Gawn. But yeah, Dunkley got 139. He's been in really good form recently, so that's good. He's still not 600k surprisingly, but yeah, really good stuff from him. Will Brodie had an average game. Hopefully he can bounce back against North this week. He should make a bit more money for us, and then maybe we trade him out. I don't know, but we probably want to hold on to him until the buys because we'll need to get Gawn in once the other guys have hit their max cash gen. And then Zach Butters, he looked like he could have gone 120, but he finished the game with 89, which is a bit frustrating. A bit better than last week, which is good, but yeah, it's a bit annoying. Hopefully he can start going like 100 plus every week. And then Cornelio went pretty good as well, 108. And then I had the Dixon on the field over Rochelle. You probably should have put Rochelle over Dixon, but I thought because he'd be playing in the ruck, he might score well, but he didn't really go too good in the smashing. Then we brought in Roses because we wanted some more cash gen on the field. Still has a negative break even, so we'll hold on to him for a couple more weeks. Durden outscored Rochelle. I'll be surprised if he holds his spot in the side, to be honest. With that other bloke, Carroll, yeah, he looks pretty good, so he might take Durden's spot because Zach Williams was a layout, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, Hewitt wasn't playing either, so we'll have to wait and see with the job security on these rookies. But yeah, Greg Clark is definitely a guy I have to bring in at some point. I don't know if I bring him in now. Pretty sure he has DPP status, doesn't he? I swear he was like a mid forward, but anyway, could bring him in. Don't know if I will this week. Maybe I'll just wait another week, see how he scores in case he gets injured or something like that. But yeah, we'll just wait another week. But then Luke Parker scored 150. It looks like a great option this week against the Gold Coast. I just don't know what to do. So ideally, what I would have done this week would be like use a trade boost, which probably shouldn't use, and then I should just trade out Horn Francis, Rochelle, McCartan, I think it was, and I was going to try and bring in, Parker, Heaney, but I don't think I'll have enough money for this. This could be the issue. Yeah, I only have 80k, so it's a bit of a stitch up. Don't really want to trade out Nick Martin. I could trade out Dacos, but I don't know. Like, it's a bit of a... He's a good, like, rookie to have on the field, so probably don't want to do that. And then again, I'll have to activate, like, another trade boost, but we could do this, maybe. It's probably a bit risky doing this. The fixture, what they played, the Tigers, yeah, you could get up to 15... You could get up to 400k pretty quickly, so I don't know if this could be pretty crazy, but probably won't do this one. I wonder if I can afford it if I trade out Durden. Probably have to trade out Rochelle. But yeah, the rookies on the field in the bloody forward line aren't looking the best, so I need to try and get in like Heaney as soon as I can. But yeah, he could probably drop a little bit in price. Parker is always a good pick. Yeah, it leaves us with like 191k. It's just I can't really bring in any of those good rookies though. That's the issue. Like, who is there that I can bring in? I'll probably have to bring in some rookie that's not even going to get games. Like these rookies here are all forwards or midfielders, so it's a bit of a hard one to decide. Or I could just trade out Horn Francis and bring in Christian Petrarca. Probably do this. Then I only use one trade. But then next week it's going to be like, how am I going to maybe like maybe like Roses and Dixon make a bit of money, and I can trade out like Rochelle as well and get in like a Heaney and a Greg Clark or something next week. But I don't know. Yeah, it's hard. Probably just do this week. It's probably a bit not like everyone else. Everyone else will be trading in Parker and stuff. But I might as well get in Petrarca now while he's cheap. He's just one of those players you have to have in your side. But yeah, I've got both of the Melbourne mids, so one of them will go good at least, and their fixture's really starting to open up, so they'll play like West Coast and North Melbourne, so there'll be some big scores in those games from the midfielders. So yeah, definitely want to bring in one, like have them both in my side. Just with the captain options, who is there? I reckon maybe I'll probably have to look at the previous scores. Saints, yeah, Jack Steele goes pretty good against Melbourne. McRae doesn't go the best. Maybe he bounces back though. Oh yeah, probably just the VC on Neil at this point actually. It's West Coast, he could go 200 at least. Oliver against the Saints. Couple big scores. Miller's got the Swans. Miller might get on top of the Swans actually. Could be a good option. What about Petrarca's previous? Pretty average against the Saints, but it's a new year, so he should do pretty well. Cripps probably has a big one in him. The last scores don't really show that. Nick Martin, why am I looking at him? Who's Witt's got? He's got Laddams. He could go pretty big as well. So yeah, Witts actually might get to 600k soon, so that's probably ideal. But yeah, who else is there? Dunkley's another option. Previous records don't show he goes well, but could just be like maybe even into Cripps, I reckon. Something like this, or maybe go the VC Miller into Neil. That's probably a safer bet. But yeah, we'll have a look at the players. Who am I missing? So I'll probably need one more midfielder to... Yeah, I just need one more midfielder to fill out my mids. Probably want to get in Callum Mills. He's been so good, but he's so expensive, and like... Oh god, he's going to be in 700k territory soon. Yeah, can't afford him this week, which is unfortunate. Unless I did like a double trade where I traded in Greg Clark as well, like one up, one down, but probably should just use the one trade this week. We're just missing Callum Mills. Probably don't want to get Boak. Green, probably avoid him. Ben Keys has been alright, but probably won't bring him in. Steele's good, got him, got these guys. Brayshaw, hopefully he can drop some price by the end of the buys, and we can hopefully pick him up, and that would complete our midfield. But I'd rather just have the big guns in the midfield, which I have at the minute. In the ruck department, we've got Gawn, so we really want to get Gawn in at some point. We're just going to have to hope he has a bad game at some point in the season. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I wasn't surprised that he'd score 172 against the Hawks or whatever, but because like in the previous scores he scored unreal, and they didn't even have an actual ruck. I think they had that Max Lynch guy, whatever his name is, playing in the ruck, so of course Gawn was going to go off. Forwards, so yeah, we need to get Heaney in. Parker, potentially, yeah, he's probably definitely a top 5 forward, so maybe we do the trade where we get in Heaney and Parker somehow, but I'll have to explore the trades a bit more, see what I can do. It's just a stitch up for pricing that he went up 43k, could have bought him in, but yeah, it's just bit of a stitch up. I can't believe Dylan Moore's in the top 5, which is a bit of a surprise. Scored pretty well actually, but yeah, that's a bit surprising. Defenders, can't really do much about the defenders at the minute. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hope that Stewart has a poor game, but he's so consistent. Pendles has been good, and same with Sicily. It's just like they're at a pretty expensive price to be getting those guys in. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to hold on to the defenders until like the buys are over, and then luxury upgrade them if I can. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Hopefully your team is going better than mine, and you're going up the ranks. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. See ya.